Hi, welcome to a hopefully short tutorial about a new tool that I created in Map Editor. This is basically this library over here, placed it on the token layer and impersonated it. It does require the installation of the bot as well, which means that these two tokens need to be on the map as well. Just drag them onto the map, save and reload, and you're good to go. Um, so um, what do all these buttons do? Because it looks a little bit daunting. Well, first of all, one thing I use a lot is, for example, the formations. This one, which is very useful in case you have a bunch of tokens. Let's say, well, I have 6 in this case, but let's say that there are 50, for example. You like to put them on the map, and they're all stacked in one group. So one easy way is to use this formation button. You can do other stuff with them as well, but this is basically it. And if you want to spread them, compact them, etc., this is what they do, rotate them. So you can do a bunch of things with these formation buttons, and you can also set them as group. I don't go into that detail. Okay, so that's one. This is the formation buttons. I'm going to remove this one and take this picture over here, let's put it in the middle, and I'll show you the rest. This is set to medium. If I reset it, it sets it to native size, which I have no clue how big it is. Yes, I'm sure that's pretty big actually. So this is native size. Now, as you can see, if I want to rotate this, it uses the arrow, and usually I use an image. So I would like to have it set as a top down, since I'm doing some graphics. So you can use this button. Now it's a top down token, so that's what I use for that. Now that is clear, you can start using these buttons over here. Basically, the blue buttons you see, they all do stuff with width and height. For example, you can decrease the height with 10 pixels or with 1 pixel, and you can increase them again or increase them much more. The same you have over here in width, or a bit less. And if you want to do stuff at the same time, you can use this one or this one for 1. So, or yeah, for 1, or sorry, and 10 again. That's then if you want to carefully place it in the right direction, you can also, no, it's not the grid. You can also use this one or this one to move it around until you're happy. And occasionally you want it in a certain angle. Obviously you can use the shift mouse wheel, and you can also use shift control mouse wheel. But as you can see, this is still a rather big step, and for smaller steps you can use this one, which does it the steps in degrees. So you have I think the mouse wheel does 5 degrees, and you can limit it to 1 degree. And of course you can use the big steps as well, and reset. That's this panel. Well, next to that, sometimes you want to know what the facing is. I'm aware you can't see the chat, but if I push this button, let me grab the chat here. Ooh, it's a bit big. So then you see, let's clear this one now. It's a bit more clear. So get facing. This is facing. Get coords. Get the pixel coordinates. Set facing. That's actually a macro for if you want to. Oh, this is not going well. So here you can, if you want a bunch of tokens in a certain angle, you can use this. You can edit this number and apply it to all tokens. Delete all props. I don't think there will be many. sorry, this one I required. Delete props. If you are a lot of properties on the tokens, you want to delete them, you can use this menu. If you want to delete them all at once without any questions, you have to be careful. You can use this button. Macro logging is beyond this scope. So that's this, these formations, log token. Yeah, useful, but only on the token layer. I can show you that it will snap this into place. Unfortunately, it only works on the token layer. Alas. The group move, for that you actually need the tokens that I earlier put on here. So let me do it again. Let's take this one. Okay, so you can group them, give them a name like our wolves actually. Whoops. Okay, unselect, move this one, the rest tags along. Ungroup, select again, and they're no longer grouped. So very functional. Again, only works on the token layer. So, and we have the final couple of buttons. First, let's talk about the activate group. And again, you need to chat. Group select panel has been opened, and if I click it again, it has been closed. It's an overlay, so you don't see it, but it has to be active, opened in order for this to work. So what does it do? Again, I can, so these are no longer grouped, as you can see. Again, I can group them, but I'm now using the group select buttons. So group select, and now when I select one, it automatically selects all. This is slightly different and very useful if you're working, for example, with floor tiles. Now I have to, this works on other layers as well. I've put this on there. So we have this object, these are tiles. I'll make a couple of more. So we have a floor, and I would like to have this floor acting as one unit, and I can do group select, and then it automatically selects that one, so I can always reach it. Well, ungroup, obviously select and ungroup, and it will ungroup those. So then we get to the final part, which is the draw order panel. That again looks a bit daunting. Oh, it's a bit ugly. Okay, so what do you have? These are interesting for the draw order. And the draw order, let me show you this. Let's make this wall finished. You can already imagine what I'm going to do. I'm going to place this one. So these are, you can see it, but these are wall tiles. They also have a bit of an overlap, shadow here. I hope it's a bit visible. But now I want to move this over there. As you can see better now, the floor tiles are above the wall tiles, and I would like to have that differently. Well, there are different ways. First of all, you can select all of them, and they get up here, and you see that they all have numbers. This one is 5. Let's see what these do. So you could, so you can individually set the order. Well, as you already know, these have as highest number 33. If you think this is not very useful, you can, for example, reorder the selection. Let's hit that button. That means that it will try to make them consecutively. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 19 instead of gaps between them. Another thing that I can do is say, well, I want them below them, but it can't be negative. At least well, maybe it can be negative. So let's try it can be negative. Minus 100, and now you see that it's below the wall. You can do plus 100, and it's above the wall. So this, not for these, but okay, you get the idea. You can do another plus, and then they're all above. So this method allows you to work with selections of certain areas and the order. Well, then we have the rotate tokens, which basically is the same as the group, and I don't think, oh, isn't that funny? So again, I need to do top down. But it doesn't work because it does not. It goes for 90 degrees. So I'll have to. Will be a bit. Oh, yeah, that's the drawback of that function. You delete them all, and what if you delete one, you delete all of them, obviously. So let me take these four and try to show it. So we said, oh, we don't need to group it. We can say rotate tokens. And it basically just rotates each individual token. Rotate group will rotate the entire group, but it's the same as information root. So there's nothing. Rotate random is useful, for example, if you drop a bunch of trees here and you want them all to give them a little their own face direction. Remove rotation means that well, I can show this. This is random, and remove means that you place them all the same. Finally, as I said, you can change the orders. For example, you could set this wall to, I don't know, 1200, and you have to submit change to do it. And reset basically resets this. Also, these tokens are now an object layer. You can put them to the token layer, submit change, and they're now on the token layer. It's fairly simple. And the shape here again, it's usually top down, but that's why I also created that button. That's it. If you have any questions, you can find me on the Discord channel, and good luck with this.